Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Bar right here on your Boom Radio NG. I bid you a warm welcome to the bar this very interesting afternoon. And I hope that today's promises to be a very interesting one, as we're going to be talking about quite a number of things out of Nigeria and a couple of other things happening around the world. First things first, we're starting with a bit of president and the presidency. The vice president is Lagos, don't let me say as usual. But anyway, there's a particular interesting story coming from the Supreme Court. We're going to be talking about that. Dangote and NMDPRA, it doesn't look like that fight is going anywhere anytime soon. There are also a couple of updates coming from Dangote as well that we're going to be talking about. Nigeria's inflation has dropped to 14.4%. I remember there was a conversation over a year ago where the president had said the inflation was going to drop to, I think, 15%, and everybody had quite a number of things to say. It looks like the man knew what he was saying. So that and a whole lot of other things are things that we're going to be talking about today at the bar. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show with us today. Yes, I said us because I'm on the show with Sola Rogers and Just Fola.
Hello everyone, hope we're having a magnificent Monday today. Yeah, and I hope we're having a wonderful
you have said
week
it. We
ahead.
get it. We get it.
Can I finish? I never even talk
You said
finish.
magnificent. It's enough.
Okay.
It's too much. It's enough.
Hope we're having a
adjectives.
magnificent Monday.
They
today.
heard you the first time.
Okay.
They heard you.
Mr. Ashola, over to you.
Magnificent Monday. Magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
Very magnificent.
Is that all you're going to say?
Oh, welcome to the Boom Bar.
Okay. All right. Anyway, moving on from that. So let's go straight into the gist for today. First things first. So on my president watch, the vice president is in Lagos. So interesting. I think there's a chief of army staff conference that is ongoing. Basically, there's a military conference ongoing. So, and the Minister of Defense is also in Lagos. So, it's safe to say that if you're around some barracks at this point, you're on your own.
The last time I witnessed this Chief of Army Staff conference was in Ibadan. It was in Ibadan a couple of years ago. And deliberately, this guy shut down the whole of Ring Road. It was hell that morning. Like, living in Ibadan that period, you hardly ever experience traffic. You know the places where there will be traffic in Ibadan.
And just avoid it, yeah.
You know how to avoid it. But this one, So anytime I hear Chief of Army Staff Conference, serious one. You can't ask me to go to Surulere now and I'll go.
Yeah,
even if the road is free, I won't
think
go.
Is that the one on that cantonment?
Oh yeah, it's the barracks by it's Abati Barracks actually.
Oh, okay.
It's Abati Barracks by Ojuele Bar.
If you are doing that, if you are that axis, shout out to you. Anyway,
But shout out to the military, man. You guys are doing well.
Anyway, so moving on from that, one of the breaking news that I've dropped today is a very interesting one, which we know that it really caused a lot of rancor when the president had announced the state of emergency in Rivers State, suspending the governor there for about 6 months. And this particular one really caused there was a lot of drama back and forth, got a lot of people talking and all that. And I remember the PDP governors then had taken the president to court. And if we look back at that drama, it first started after it was announced. It was first, will the National Assembly allow it? Of course, the National Assembly allowed it. And then the president was taken to court, which will say that it's in the purview of the governors. Let's test the law. And maybe even it's not the first time anybody is presidents are declaring states of emergencies It's not a new thing in Nigeria. However, I'm not sure anybody has really gone to court to say that, okay, does the president really do have those powers? And I think that's one of the reasons what courts are for, is to give us explanation. Now, the court has now officially said, this Supreme Court, which, if I'm clear enough, is official. When the Supreme Court makes a pronunciation, we're not going anywhere again. Except
any pronouncement by the Supreme Court
is binding on everybody else.
That's it.
So the Supreme Court has now upheld the power of the president to declare state of emergency in any state to prevent breakdown of law and order or anarchy. And they also now said that the president also has the powers to suspend elected officials within a limited period.
So, this is my fear. Any president that has this kind of power,
you mess up, you go.
Yeah,
you mess up.
You're even saying it like that. Yeah, I'll just do it like Oprah Winfrey. You get a suspension. You get a suspension.
But there has to be an explanation for it.
Everybody gets a suspension.
But there has to be an explanation for it.
No, so I just had to bring that angle in, that nobody should have total powers. Do you understand? But the Supreme Court has said that the president does have the power to suspend elected officials, which includes governors, senators, House of Rep members.
Wait. You said including government. After the president in Nigeria, let's be honest, the most senior people are governors. If the president, we are alive and well, if the president can suspend a whole governor and he went home, who is anybody after a governor? Who are you by the bush?
If we go by what they always say when you talk about the hierarchy in Nigeria, the governors are not that big. You understand? It's the president, the vice president, Senate president, Speaker of the House, then Deputy Senate President, then.
But we don't know that it's just paper.
It's not paper.
I'm not saying that.
Look, the president cannot travel now and say, "Oh, I'm off to India." The vice president is off to Japan. Senate president is off to Ghana. As in, is the next in line to be the acting president.
No, I get where you're coming from.
I'm talking organogram.
I'm saying that when it comes to elections, the Senate president and a House member on the floor of the House, they all just control a senatorial district, which really and truly is just 1/3 of a state. A governor has executive powers. A Senate president does not have executive powers.
So the senators at the periphery control a section of the state, but the Senate president controls the entire. Do you understand? Which also means that even your state House of Assembly is under him. The Senate can take over your state House of Assembly.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
I'm just telling you, Neil.
I'm just saying that if a whole governor that is actually that have executive powers can be suspended by the president, I think anybody else can be suspended.
So all I did was list it out in no particular order.
My own question would be, what would be the difference between the powers that the president has right now and a dictator?
Thank you. Very good.
Okay, so according to the Supreme Court, what they're saying is that, because I think that where the difference is, first, it has to be for a limited period of time. Now, there has to be cogent reasons for it. They said there's chaos, and then even after declaring that, he still needs the president, whoever the president is, still needs the approval of the National Assembly. Which we probably will not call a situation of a dictator.
So it's basically this dictatorship with further steps. That's what it is.
With a few checks and balances.
But if there are checks and balances, then you can't call that a dictatorship.
I feel like with knowing Tinubu has a lot of power over the country and over other people that are in seats. I feel
at this persuasion. No. At this point, let's be honest. When it comes to National Assembly, National Assembly is the Senate and the House of Representatives. His party is the ruling party. not just the ruling party. I'm not sure we've ever seen this kind of landslide sweep that the APC is having now in the House, which, and I know we had talked about it before, that in fact the way it is now in the whole National Assembly, when they want to pass something, before you need maybe to lobby some opposition so that you have 2/3 or
but
3/4, but because
APC
they,
members.
do you understand, they don't even need opposition to pass a lot of things anymore. So I get that angle, but I'm not sure that the Supreme Court is looking at it as just a Tinubu thing, because the honest truth is that even if Tinubu didn't do this, as far back, at least I can remember, as far back as Obasanjo's time, which was maybe 1999, not like I remember it then, but it's been a conversation. I know that there was I think he was the one that declared state of emergency in Ekiti. There was state of declare, I think during Jonathan's time too, he had also declared state of emergency in 1 or 2 states. But I know that it happened in Obachi Sojo, it happened there, and now this, maybe from 1999, I would say this is the 3rd president that is doing it. So it has always really been a conversation, even though we claim that yes, it's in the constitution, but there's always a conversation around, oh, does the president have this power, or can he get to this point or that point? So I think that the Supreme Court now
just
clarifying it makes so it's not, I don't think what the Supreme Court is even saying is anything. They just clarified what's in the law.
I'm not trying to say it's in particular to Tinubu. I just think that it's kind of excess power to me, especially now, because of what you stated. APC members are the ones that are majorly in the National Assembly, and
okay, so if we take River State, the states that obviously came about this whole state of emergency thing, if we take that as a case study and we look at the things that were happening in succession in a matter of days, if there was no issue of state of emergency, what other thing would you have said the president could have done? And this is, I'm just asking, let's look at it as a case study, as River State, as they literally were just blowing up pipelines, and it was all of 2-3 days, and there was so much chaos in 2-3 days. What other thing would we have said, oh, the president could have done?
I see your point.
Well, I sat back, at times, not at times, it's good to sit back and learn and listen and everything. But my view still remains, though, that I just want a country that works. But let me quickly digress for a few seconds. There's a country somewhere, that very popular country, starts with a U. Or you can say it starts with a A, one country like that. And their current president has signed hundreds of executive orders, even on matters that executive orders do not have powers over. Do you understand? But the law is there that the president has the right to sign executive orders. Now, he has turned that into a lawmaking thing, trying to bypass the checks and balances that were in place by the government, by the creators of democracy, that say, okay, you know what? The House must check everything the executive arm is doing. Now, nobody ever thought of the day where one president will come and one day sign like hundreds of executive orders. You get? So we might have a Tinubu that maybe will have his way one way or the other in a decent way, because he has a majority, he has the ears of the assembly. It might be okay. But what happens the day we have a dictator in the form of a politician? A wolf in red sheep clothing, because most of them have clothing, but this one red because there's blood everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's my fear. Now, of course, there has to be a reason, the law has to be there, and blah, blah, blah. But we've also seen instances where some of these decisions are taken instantaneously before you can now revert. Like, look at the PDP, they have to go to court. By the time this judgment is coming, 6 months had expired. Fubara has spent the entire 6 months on suspension. But if they are sat on it, and maybe within the space of 1 month, come to a conclusion that, the president does have powers, all the agitations would have calmed down. Everybody like, Supreme Court has spoken. Do you get?
Yeah.
No gray areas. That's what I'm saying. So another thing is, I'm glad the Supreme Court has spoken. It's clear now. But again, I don't know why some of these decisions take so long.
Yeah. Anyway, because at this point, whether you like it or not, Mr. Fubara has already gone for 6 months. 6 months suspension. Oh God. As a governor. Oh my God. So it's like those 6 months he will not be Excellency sir again or Mr. Excellence. How do you say it? His Excellency.
It's just a sir.
You won't even see him now. Like this particular
Mr.
governor.
Excellency.
He just went away. Do you understand?
Because really, what would they really be doing?
You won't even see him.
Anyway,
What are you supposed to be doing? Going to the junction to read free newspaper, or going from party to party to say, do you know? Do you know who I am?
I'm free now. I'm free.
Do you know
for
who I am?
6 months. I'm on holiday for 6 months. You know, that's not nice though. I should not be doing that. Anyway, moving on from that, let's do a bit of business stories. First things first. Headline inflation has eased to 14.45% in the month of November, and I would say that this is a very very interesting one. Why I said so is that first things first, like I said earlier, there was a conversation where the president, I remember that he had said, oh, the inflation is going to drop to 15% or something. And even at the bar, I said, oh, does president, how does he want to do it? At then, I think the inflation was like 30-something%. So, and then there was a rebasing, which brought a lot of conversation that, oh, the president wants to do this. But the truth is, in the last couple of months, there's actually been a constant reduction in inflation. Also, another thing why maybe I'm going to believe this a little bit is that anybody that has been in Nigeria for years knows that when it's getting to the end of the year, November into December, things get astronomically high.
Yeah.
However, I've not really noticed it that much. I won't say that I've seen a major reduction in a lot of, not that I've done a lot of shopping of rice and beans, and I will not say that I've done that, but in the few things that I've also gone ahead to buy, I've not seen your usual increase in the end of year increase of a lot of other things as well. So maybe for that reason, I'm maybe inclined a little bit to believe these numbers.
Does inflation affect Uber prices? Because Uber prices are still
those
crazy.
Those ones are moving mad.
Uber prices are still crazy.
Those ones are moving mad at this point.
The thing about this inflation thing is that no matter the figures or statistics that they bring out, it's the, brass tacks when it comes to the guy on the street, the woman on the street, that really matters. You get. But one of the drivers of the economy is the cost of transportation, the cost of moving people and goods from point A to point B. Because at times, and if you do a little bit of research, speak to people who live in the interlands. For instance, I was in Ibadan yesterday, and we stopped to buy stuff somewhere, and we bought a bunch of plantain for 2,000 naira. We bought 3. We had to buy 3.
How big was it, Mr. Shola?
Big. Do you want some plantain? I'll bring some for you tomorrow.
Please, I need some plantain.
Okay. You get a plantain. Oh, you already have plenty. See, the thing is, 6K plantain, boot one full. True story. Yesterday.
I can't believe.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so, it's shocking.
In reality,
that like
it's getting to the
streets.
But
here you are in Lagos.
So the other aspect of it is the purchasing power.
Yeah.
Because it's been greatly eroded by some of these policies. Even if these policies mean well on the long term, it's been greatly eroded to the point where people are not making as much as they used to make. You get? And when they make it, they're spending a lot on transportation, on energy and all of that.
Yeah.
So anything that they are doing, even if you bring down the cost of food, the cost of shipping it down also matters. Yeah. You get? Because if we in Ibadan are buying, we bought a bunch of, plantain for 2,000 naira. Someone further out, closer to the farms, will probably be buying it for 500 naira or less. Yeah. The person that sold it at 200 has a markup.
Oh, he's already made profit.
Do you understand?
He's already made
So
profit.
it should trickle down in a way
So
that
wait, is Lagos to Ibadan that far? Because I'm shocked. I'm still shocked.
But right, the other day, this was a couple of weeks ago, in Bagada, I bought 2K plantain for it, and it was actually decent. It wasn't bad. Even when I saw it, I was like,
so it's safe to say that it's area that they are moving.
It's probably this area.
But
Because in Bagada,
again, we must
was
also
decent.
factor in the fact that some of these things are seasonal, especially
yeah.
plantain. I hope Nigeria gets out of that seasonal plantain thing. Yeah. So there are times when there's a glut, and the prices actually do drop. But beyond one item that we picked on, rice this time last year was over 100,000 naira.
Yeah, I heard that it's now about in the 50,000
The
naira
average cost
range.
of rice now is 55,000 naira.
Yeah.
Some people claim that they bought rice for 49,000 for 50 kg bag. I say claim because I didn't see it.
please plug us.
You get. So, but the average cost I've
Drop
seen
the plug.
is in the
Thanks.
50s. Is in that 50k range. A lot of people are quick to say, hey, we was this amount before. That's not what we're here to
The
discuss.
story is
What
that
we're talking
it's
about is the
reducing.
stats that, as at this time last year, this is what. So headline inflation, of course, definitely has dropped. You get. But what we're praying for is the sustainability of it, and how we can increase the purchasing power of people. You get, so that honestly, you see, Nigerians they're not asking for too much.
At all. I think Nigerians are very resilient.
Yeah, I think so.
Any
Anyway,
price will buy it.
so still talking about the economy, non-oil exports have hit a record 9.2 trillion naira. They're saying that this is about the highest in the last 9 months of 2025. So we say that's supposed to be a good thing. Anyway, before we leave that matter, now the matter of Mr. Dangote. First things first, good news. Dangote has announced that I think last week he had announced the ex-depot price for petrol coming from Dangote refinery will be 699. It was very surprising over the weekend that I saw a lot of posts selling at 850. In my mind, when I saw 699, I was expecting fuel will drop to maybe let's say 750. That price. So like, why are we still selling at around 850, 875? Now he has now said that from tomorrow, that's Tuesday, so I'm guessing this will apply to the people, the filling stations.
No, they are partner stations. They're starting with MRS.
Yeah, that's why I say that it would apply to stations that buy from Dangote. That petrol from tomorrow would be selling at 739, which is, I would say, is even cheaper than my own estimate, which I would say makes a lot of sense at this point.
That was the
Nigeria
range.
Nigeria needs that.
So what I've learned through the years is that usually ex-depot, ex-gantry in Lagos just add about 40 to 50 naira.
Yeah.
You get, because in that ex-depot, it has already factored in the money that's going to the regulatory bodies and all the other
Transport
costs. So you
and
get,
all
so,
that, yeah.
so transport is now added, plus the profit that the station will make while
I remember
dispensing.
for Dangote now, transport is no longer added because he's saying that it's free delivery to everybody.
Yeah. So standard cost is what I'm talking about. You get now, but in his own case, he's fighting a total war, and he has done the smart marketing thing. He's even asking people, because normally filling stations have to go through. Okay, they have to go and queue up. Those days you queue up at Apapa. Before you could get your truck to load, you settle someone at the gate. All sorts of things were happening. That's why at times filling stations will run out of fuel, and they're bringing it in the evening. Their truck has been there for days, if not weeks, trying to load. But he has a larger gantry and everything, and he's now saying, if you have a truck, bring it. Come and buy direct from the refinery. It is rare. It's like Nigerian breweries saying to
Come
you
and buy
now,
one
Fola,
direct
come and buy your Gouda or your Guinness or whatever from Guinness in Ikeja. Do you get? The price will definitely go down.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have transportation? Come and buy.
If you don't have transport, you will
deliver to you. If you're buying this amount, it's even doing credit.
Yeah.
It's giving them about 15 days credit for some people. So what it means now is that some filling stations, they don't even need to have money. Just go register with them and take stuff, sell, and give them their money back. So all of this is meant to be some kind of catalyst, but he's alleging that there are moves by the regulatory body. It's like a bank accusing CBN. That's what's happening.
So so that's what next thing we wanted to go into, where the man has said a lot of things. Is in fact, which this matter doesn't look like, it's not the first time he's accusing the NMDPRA CEO Farouk of corruption. Take for example, the man said, that Farouk Ahmed's children went to school abroad,
Switzerland,
and it's secondary school, and they're paying about $5 million or something, and he knows for a fact that his salary. So where did he get that kind of money from?
He was piecing it together.
No, the man.
It can be a journal. A susu.
Mr. Ashola, which Ajo is making you
$5
million?
I have friends that sell computers.
Yeah,
if you know how much they are putting down daily, it's a susu. So someone that is selling crude oil, do you know the kind of money
he's
be putting down?
He's the head of an agency. He's a civil servant.
I'm just saying.
In the real sense of it, he's a civil servant.
We will come back to that. I'm just saying.
Imagine your boss saying, "How are you getting this money?"
He's not selling.
If
Dangote decides, if he's spending that kind of money, he's Dangote. Dangote is a billionaire in dollars.
That's the problem I was going to. Alhaji Aliko Dangote is a good friend of mine. He's my chairman, my brother.
Wow, your brother.
Bros, make our farms. Calm down. Is he your farms? Is he your brother? What I'm trying to say in essence is that he said something that I will never agree. He said that he can't afford it. Please, sir. If you can't afford it, there's no hope. There's no hope for us. Those of us that are still hoping that one day, against all hope, we can do foreign things. You understand? How can the richest man in Africa say that he can't afford to send children to a school that they are
that one is capping.
Baba, what happened now?
What do you mean by you cannot afford? Somebody do you watch that thing where he said, he made a statement. He said, we've bought 4,000 CNG trucks for delivery. So don't worry. If it's not enough, we'll buy another 4,000 more.
So
and you're not telling me
that's company money.
It will tell you that's investment against expenditure.
Which company money?
But again, there's one thing that Alhaji also needs to address. Regardless of Dangote needs to address this. Regardless of the things he has said about the NMDPRA boss and the regulatory agency itself, they are saying Nigeria's daily use should be about 35 million. He claims he can supply that, but their own statistics is showing 18 million. That means there's a major shortfall of over 12 million.
Yeah.
Do you understand? In fact, over 15 million.
About 15.
Do you get? Daily. So those are the things that he needs to really prove that yes, your data is not complete. Maybe there's a storage that they did not factor in when they arrived, when the NMDPRA arrived at what they arrived at. Yeah. And NMDPRA, can you people look for a shorter name?
No, they used to be DPR before. It's not that they've moved them to NMDPRA. However, I was also going to talk about this is not the first time.
Someone can also suggest brand kidney for them. NMDPRA.
This is not the first time that Dangote is personally, and it's not that he wrote a statement. No, there's videos out there. The man is saying it point blank. He's accusing the CEO of NMDPRA of so many things. It's not the first time he was saved. Now, first things first, I think that if this man does not have anything in his closet, even for the sake of the agency, I think it's time that the man needs to address these allegations. One. Also, we have two ministers of state. There is one for petroleum. At least there's a minister for state for petroleum. The president is supposed to be the minister of petroleum. I think that is not a good look that someone that you appointed is being accused over and over and over again. At this point, there should be a probe. Or uncle, these accusations, let's go on for like a few weeks.
Nope.
It needs to be addressed.
I agree with some of the things that Dolupo said, but I'd rather do something different. I think that Aliko Dangote should write his petition to the right places. They will act on it. Do you understand? Write your petition to ICPC. Write your petition to EFCC. Sure you get. They would act on it. I get the media thing. You have said it in the media. But I think it's time we actually matched our words with action. Like you can't just always say someone's bad. Okay, and you say you have proof, then prove it. He even said he's going to publish it and put his name there. Okay. On the other side, NMDPRA, you see this thing is too long. You people, Okay, whatever.
They're not going to change it for
beyond
you,
them.
so let's just move on.
Who told you? Look at you.
Okay.
You don't know the powers, Mr. Shola.
She does not understand.
Are
You
you
see,
people?
so
Let's not
beyond the name, beyond the brand, now your brand is being smeared. So there has to be an official statement. However, as an individual, the CEO, that's Farouk, should also sue. Do you understand that you've said all of these things
Your
about
name can't
me?
be dragged in the mud all
You
the
are
time. and you're not
basically
doing anything.
destroying me. I have had a 30 or 40 year, career in this industry, and you are destroying me. So I'm suing you for everything you got.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It will go beyond all this rhetoric and back and forth, because we're not talking about Pepe selling and table tennis here. We're talking about billions, and it's not because of Dangote's wealth or Nigeria's oil. I'm talking about how it affects me and you, and the cost of petrol. Because at the end of the day, all of these things will still trickle down to how much is petrol at the pumps.
Yeah.
Sue, I made you, and I know very good lawyers. I can recommend them to you.
Oh God. Anyway,
You get a lawyer.
I'm good. I'm very good. I'm okay.
You don't want to sue.
I'm not suing anybody. Thank you.
Shit.
Anyway, let's move on away from matter of
Suing people.
business, and let's go on to a very interesting news that dropped over the weekend. And now, coming from the Ministry of Education, the federal government, through the Ministry of Education, has now banned admission and transfer into public and private schools, SS3, basically. So what they're saying is that to curb malpractice, if for some reason you did not finish in one school, or you need to rewrite, or if you fail, you did not do your WAEC well and you need to rewrite it. Of course, by the time you are writing WAEC, you're already out of school, yeah? Now you have to at least go back to SS2 class.
If you failed.
Yep.
Yeah, if you have to rewrite.
If you have to rewrite, you have to go back to SS2.
Yes, you have to go back to SS2. Which
There's a reason.
it's
What's the reason,
funny
please?
why there's a conversation around it. Why? I'm sorry. I know that, at least the little I know, I don't know if the private school of nowadays is not this private school I went to 10-15 years ago. I don't understand what they're doing now. I can't vouch for them. But private schools that I went to, you can't actually you don't get admitted into SS3. You only get admitted into GS1, GS2, or SS1 and SS2, which was what I thought the idea was.
In this thing, do they mean like a student transferring from one school to
transfer
another?
Or if you want to rewrite anyway,
Okay, also
you
if
cannot admit.
I think I can
the
agree
whole
with
point
that
is
transfer.
you can't admit anybody into SS3 from another school, whatever situation the person was coming from.
So what has been happening? I'm going to take it further back to primary school to get to this point. So a lot of parents are having their children leave primary school in primary 5. Sadly, a lot of schools do not ask them for their school leaving certificate. So they just go from primary 5 to form 1. You get? So they leave one school in primary 5 and go to another school and start secondary school straight away. You get? Now it's the same set of people that now get to SS2. Then they now write the school leaving exams, the private one. They write it, GCE and all of that. You get?
Yeah.
Then to get out of school, they now transfer before it's time for them to be in SS3 to another school and claim that they're in SS3. And those schools also take them on. Mostly private schools, they take them on. That way they effectively cut off 1 year again from their time in secondary school. Now, you were not even supposed to be in secondary school in the first place yet. Then you get there. So basically, instead of spending 6 years, they end up spending 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
And I think it's a lot of pressure on these kids, even if academically they can cope. What about allowing them mature and learning life itself?
Yeah.
So a lot of parents are switching their kids when they are supposed to be. It's a child that should be going to SS2, you now transfer to SS3 in another school. In another school.
Yeah.
Bypassing a whole year. That's what a lot of them have been doing. And it doesn't make any sense to me. Some people, I was having a discussion with someone the other day. He said, at least you saved the cost of education for a year. I said, okay, fine. What about the impact on that child?
Yeah.
What about what you have sown? Because the seed you have sown is that you've shown your child that with a little bit of corruption, I can get you 2 steps ahead of your classmates.
Yeah.
You know, I always use my daughter as an example, and I'm actually feeling angry that we were at their prize giving last year, and people that really didn't do so great are now in the same school's college, while this girl is in primary 6. She's in primary 6 now. In their primary 6, there are only 6 of them. But when they're in primary 5, which is in grade 5 that they call it now, they were 15. 2 classes, 15 and 14. Now they now merge 2 classes and they have only 6. That means from 29 kids, 23 left. 23 left for secondary school. Now multiply that by the number of private schools you know around. 23 left for secondary school without doing primary 6. And some parents are actually comfortable with that. You think that kind of child will not do it for our own child or his own child? Do you get that? Everybody's looking out to, cut corners. For what reason? Why is such a rush? So this thing that they did, I don't know how they want to enforce it.
Yeah.
But they have to.
I think the enforcement, I would say, is more difficult on the public schools, because really and truly, when this news came out, the first thing that popped in my head is, this is what people literally do this, and it's public schools that is very common with. In fact, people don't even attend classes. All you hear is they will tell. I've seen it a lot. They will tell you to go and sew the uniform.
External
of the school.
Students.
Yes, they will say external students. Go and sew the uniforms, because of course you can't write WAEC without sitting. Yeah, so you literally just be sat with people that you don't even know. They don't know you, and so you're there writing exam. Yeah, and they're not. So you're not even like a bona fide student of the school. You didn't even do the SS3 there, Jonathan. You're just writing the exam. You're just writing the exam. I've seen that happen a couple of times.
I've heard about. I've not seen it though. I've heard about it. And Dolupo has also heard about it.
No,
she has not seen it.
I have seen it a couple of times actually. It's not too.
Can you prove it?
Don't let me mention.
So you have just heard about it now.
Let me mention people's names.
That means you can't prove it. So you have only. She has only heard about it. Disclaimer.
Anyway, Sha, I think that it is the enforcement of it that will make sense. But that's as much as I know that everybody says, "Oh, enforcement," but do you know that a part of me feels that if there is like a law, especially a law that makes sense. You have to really, really, really be a goat for you to tell somebody to tell you to do the right thing. Like, I'm not saying that
something you should be telling parents to do in the first place.
Like, take for example, there are laws against littering the road, and driving against traffic. Oh. Those are things that you would, if you get arrested for, you could actually maybe like in Lagos, you can do up to like maybe 3 months in jail
if they catch you.
But you don't get my point. Like, I get it, and it's if they catch you. Do they have? Yeah, you have to. Told Jonathan, I know that they say
that's why there's law in place.
So shout out to the governor of Oyo State.
Because in my head, I
drove on some speed breakers yesterday. That if you go against traffic, it will bust your tires. Ooh. They have it in Ibadan.
I think it's a fantastic thing. I think Lagos needs to look into it.
Especially on this Ibadan
Lagos needs to look into it.
I drove on those things, and it's funny, once you're going straight, the sharp things just go down. But if you're coming against it, it doesn't go down. Your tire is going back. Your tires are gone. So that's one. And I'm sure in those axes, it's reduced people driving against traffic.
It probably will never happen. It probably won't happen.
Thank you. You guys get the gist generally. Yeah. Now, that's enforcement. And why did they have to go that far? Because people have coconut head. They have and that way you don't even need personnel to enforce anything.
Yeah.
But what made me bring it up is the next level, which is at the last World Cup, everybody marveled at the Japanese, their team and their fans. After every game, the Japanese fans would clean the stadium. They are not. The World Cup was hosted in Qatar, right? It's not their country, but wherever they were, they left it clean.
Yeah.
with bean bags and everything. They cleaned the place. Now we thought that was
players
that.
as well.
The players now did it in the dressing
In
room.
the dressing rooms, whatever dressing rooms, they folded everything.
Win
cleaned out
or
everything.
lose, they would clean the dressing room. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a cultural
Yeah.
So
thing.
that's the thing.
It's
That's the
decorum.
point
And
where
they
I'm
were
going
raised
to
like that
you don't
from
have to be
when they were
told
born.
to do the right thing.
Japan
That's where
was
I'm
not
coming
always
from.
like that.
Mhm.
They imbibed it,
Mhm.
and it has become a part of their culture.
Yeah.
A culture that sees that there has to be respect, and a lot of things that we are trying to jettison in Africa. These are things that we were raised with too.
Yeah.
But you see, the problem is that let's assume that everybody here was raised up properly. Then you now get into that crazy world out there.
Yeah.
And this is you just driving on the normal side of the road. And out of the blue, you just see some mad yellow buses with black stripes.
No, I think mad is the correct word because I honestly
happens?
personally don't think you are in your right
Yesterday,
senses if you drive against traffic.
yesterday,
I don't think
at a part of Ibadan, I stopped for the red light, and all the buses behind me overtook, and they were going.
No, you're wasting time now.
They
What's
were
that?
just pa pa pa
Wasting
pa,
time.
and this
You're
was not
wasting
night.
time.
In the
And the
afternoon.
thing is, you think that you're the crazy person.
Yeah, they make you
doing the
feel
right
like
thing.
they may actually make you feel like
You
you're
feel
the-
like
You are the
crazy.
odd one out.
yeah.
You see where our
It's
problems are.
it's very interesting. Anyway, let's go and talk about a few things with states. Just maybe breeze through it a bit because we still have quite a number of conversations to talk about. Lagos is beginning the installation of 22,000 solar streetlights.
They actually started weeks ago on major roads and different parts of Lagos. I've seen them in Ikorodu town. I was in Ikorodu about 2 weeks ago or so. I've seen them towards that Igondo axis. So that's two extremes of Lagos. I've seen them a lot on the island, and especially in Alausa.
One place is this expressway, because the amount of accidents that happen, especially in the night.
Yeah,
Can I
only
can I
when
say
it's
something?
like
and that's supposed to be on the
Can I
federal
make an
government.
observation though? Can I just make a tiny bit of observation? Am I the only one that realizes that SR travels a lot?
Oh, you don't have to say that. It's well known.
Ikorodu, Highland.
How do you get?
All in the space of how many days?
How do you get to all these places?
Is
And what's the business you have in these places?
it does a lot of movements. Ibadan,
Mm.
all in.
Says the man
I
that goes to
respect
Abeokuta every week.
There's a reason. There's a purpose. You know this.
Oh, me, I know yet.
You know this, Mr. Shola.
No, it's just one.
And
place.
it's just one place.
You.
One place every week.
Everywhere.
One place every week.
Please, I just wanted to put it out there.
And also the Alagbado axis too. I saw them. Actually, saw them.
Mhm.
And that's,
So-
we're not
so
saying
what they are
that,
doing-
We're not saying that you didn't.
What they are doing,
The
what they are
fact that
doing is
you're
that
in all these
they're
places.
taking out the old solar lights with the poles and everything completely and installing complete
New ones. Yeah.
systems. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
think
they're
that's-
Still don't change the fact that
they,
you're.
they seem to
Yeah,
be.
Ajala travel all over the world.
Have you seen it to Lojole too?
Before.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
not
good.
sure.
It's even close by.
And in the next couple of days,
Mm.
you might just be in another place. You come back.
It
and
might
give
be
us
Ondo.
You give us your experience there as well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let me sip some tea.
Anyway, Kwara State government has debunked viral claims of bandits arrest in Ifelodo local government area. So apparently there's a video that popped up, and I'm not sure if it's Sahara Reporters or People's Gazette, one of those two. I posted it and said that there was an arrest of bandits in Kwara State, and they had said that some of the ammunition they got was from officials of Kwara State government. Now, Kwara State government has now come to debunk and say that first things first, they did not even arrest. There's no official arrest of anybody, talk less of getting weapons from any officials that they know of. Now, my question with that goes back to journalism. If a whole government, except you want to give me proper evidence, why is this media house not being sued? We can't have this kind of news, especially with the kind of security situation that Nigeria has. I don't think that it is proper and responsible journalism for you to just put this kind of things out. And even if, let's even assume it's true, I think that there are some things that are really sensitive that I don't think is the time and the place.
The problem is that every good thing has a bad side. The fact that everybody now has access to platforms where they can broadcast news without any form of training, any form of
checks on balances, all those things.
And in media, you guys understand now that there's always that part where they tell you that if in doubt, leave out.
Yeah.
But all these guys don't know this and they don't care. Even when they know, they still want to go viral.
Yeah.
And a viral thing is actually bad because viral now disease. And that's what everybody's chasing. They want to. So they don't care if the story is real or not, if it's true or not. And that's where the problem lies. So the fact that someone has a platform now that's popular doesn't make the person a journalist.
Yeah.
Oh, because this person is big on social media doesn't make him a journalist, doesn't make him a broadcaster. And that's where that line has been blurred to the point where everybody's assuming that, oh, it was Fola that said it, and if Fola could say it, he's right. Didn't you see him with the headphones and the microphone and there was a logo there? You get it? So this is where the problem is. It's now on us to check ourselves and regulate ourselves. What's the source of this story that you have? Did you verify? And people just go even beyond broadcasting. They just publish them, send them. It was one of the reasons why I never wanted to get on WhatsApp, because I just got tired when people are just sending things, something that happened 10 years ago. They're sending it as it's fresh.
Anyway, moving on from that quickly. Also, Oyo State government has also announced that they've subsidizing food items for Oyo State workers. So what they're saying is that there's subsidies on it, and also there are also credit allocations for you to be able to get some of these things.
Shout
they're
out
now
to
saying that even with that, if you take those things on credit, they're going to only start removing the money from your salary from February of 2026.
Why February? There's Valentine's in February now. Can't they start from March? I'm just saying.
Time much.
So let them start from April. Do you understand? Please now. January, you already know January is the 13th month of the new year.
They have said it, and
there's another state that you want to talk about too.
Yes, we need to quickly move actually.
Move.
Also, Plateau State, as their governor has now moved, seems to be moving to the APC now, and at this point I don't think it's even news anymore.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Anytime a member moves to the APC, DJ Khaled's tag, another one.
It's another one.
Let's just put it on now. Let's just put it on now.
Let's just move.
Let's put it. It makes sense, Avi.
It's another one.
Because
anyway,
at this rate,
I just want to ask, who remain for shop now? Everybody don't go finish. In the entire southwest?
No.
The entire south.
No, south.
Yeah, southern Nigeria has only one PDP governor now. Entire southern Nigeria.
No. In the south.
Okay.
In the southeast, there is Alex Oti.
Is he a PDP governor?
No, he's in Labour Party.
I said PDP.
That's what I'm saying. In southeast, I'm trying to think of the people in southeast.
Thinking.
Abia State is Abia State is who?
Is the same person you mentioned?
Alex Oti. No, now there is Anambra Apga.
Is he PDP?
Then no, I'm trying to remember the remaining 3 states.
Okay.
Ebonyi. Okay, Ebonyi is APC.
Okay.
Enugu. Okay, Putamba has moved to. What's the third state?
Is it south where?
Southeast.
Imo.
Okay,
so quickly, because you are wasting our time. I already said it.
Okay.
There's only one PDP governor in southern Nigeria now. Only one. And that's Sheyi Makinde of Oyo State. There's only one PDP governor. You started mentioning Apuga. You started mentioning Labour. Mention Accord too if you want.
Yeah, the Accord has a governor now.
There is only one PDP governor in southern Nigeria.
Okay,
one.
That's true. Not to lie, that's true. Anyway, in the north as well, Plateau is also in the north. It's interesting times, actually. Very interesting times. Anyway, let's move on from that. I wanted us to quickly run through some things. So AFCON is starting in a couple of days.
Before you go to AFCON, one governor is giving people 150K now.
Oh, Governor Uwefuru is giving people 150k in Ebonyi. And I actually mentioned the state. I don't know how
I'm not happy with
mind.
you.
Yes,
See,
Uwefuru is
Governor
giving his
Uwefuru-
workers 150k minus your salary
Where?
as Christmas bonus.
See, we're all workers in Ebonyi too.
See, you know, a lot of people don't believe
We
that
work in
Dolupo
Ebonyi.
is a Yoruba name. So, I can as well just, you know.
Me, I just
a lot
know
of
that.
people just say,
You see,
you
all
don't look
three-
Yoruba.
All three of us here, we work in Ebonyi State. Have you not seen what work we are doing? Please. Me, we're talking about that. Please, if you know anybody that works in Boa, hold the person tight.
What's happening?
Yeah, so I heard that
heard?
the owner dashed over 500 of his workers, 30 billion
30
naira,
billion for
30
the account.
billion.
Dashed.
Yes.
No, long service award. So there was
30?
someone that worked with them from day one and he's still there, 37 years or something. Guess how much he got?
How much?
1 billion naira.
Billion.
As
There were
in-
9
as in
billionaires
B,
made yesterday. 9.
as in letter B.
Yes, B in naira. B. When you give someone over $600,000, what's that? Billion. 9 people. Some people got 200 million. Some people got 500 million. The least person that got money was 100 million. See, boy, Boom Radio is a part of. We are your media arm. Have you forgotten? Long service, and we've been here 7 years. Don't we qualify for 70 million or something like that?
At least 50.
More money, 50. Have you?
50 is okay.
Each.
Anyway,
Each.
Anyway,
Each.
let's
You take the most cause.
No.
Okay,
I'm okay.
yeah.
I'm okay with equal. I'm okay. I mean,
let's
not
be
okay. You
let's
have
be
to take
going. Let's be moving on from that. First,
shout
things
out to
first.
Boasha.
AFCON is. Please, what does that man do? That name, that.
He's selling
Money
cement.
is-
He has farm.
And he
He's
wants to
building
go-
refinery in Port Harcourt.
And Mr. Dangote, that is where Dangote. Don't even let me. Don't.
It's
annoy
you
me.
that you say you can't send somebody to school in Switzerland.
Anyway,
See your junior brother.
a junior brother. Serious. That's
I
what.
thought you knew Dangote.
I don't know him anymore.
Don't air him out.
It's
Don't air
Samad
him
that
out
I
like
know.
this now.
It's Samad that is my friend.
Anyway, AFCON is started in a couple of days actually. I think it's 26th or 28th or something like that. But anyway, there's the last announcement that I saw was that there are already 11 players in camp. 12 more are supposed to arrive today because I think tomorrow they're supposed to have a friendly with Egypt.
Very senseless friendly, if you ask me.
Why?
Okay, so if the players were allowed to arrive camp last week as planned before FIFA shifted it to yesterday officially,
They will have had time
and
to
they would have had
rest
time
and
to
everything.
rest
Yeah.
and train together. Now, so 11 people
Jet
without
lagged,
proper training will
jet
play
lagged, tired.
an Egyptian team that predominantly all their players are in camp and all of that. You get-
Yeah, it's only maybe like
So,
Mohamed Salah.
I don't know. Okay, so you want to play friendly, even if you have 18 players on the bench virtually, what tactics have you put in place? Do you understand? So I think it's a very senseless friendly. You have only 5 days to camp in Egypt. Just do your tacticals. and
Okay,
everything.
so I also wanted to say something. Sorry,
All right.
this is about FIFA World Cup. So I don't know if you've seen this gist of DR Congo might get.
Yeah, it started last week.
Is this matter even real?
It started last week. Someone that I respect a lot, Quadri, one of my colleagues, actually broke it, and people have been cussing him out. But it's getting stronger. I have friends in the sporting world who have confirmed to me that it looks like FIFA is actually looking into it. What this means, what they are trying to tell you is that Nigeria might still make it to the World Cup playoffs.
Is it by force?
See.
At this
Oh,
point,
God.
I just leave them alone.
This is what they said, though, not me.
But I know that since last week I've been seeing a lot of this matter, and looks like if that is the case, then it looks like it's possible that the Super Eagles might still end up going to World Cup.
What it just means is that
No, if that actually does happen, it's obvious that
what it
God
means,
really just wants Nigeria to
No,
go to
I'm
war.
going to be
It's
so
not
annoyed.
normal anymore.
what it means is
It's
that
not normal
what it
anymore.
means is that my tired is tired.
It's
me-
not normal anymore.
me-
It's not normal.
Me,
How?
I'm actually
You
done.
see, remember the juju that they were using?
Eric Shell,
It's not normal anymore.
Our own is coming back.
It's not-
a bigger
the
juju.
Our
matter
own
is
is
not
coming
normal
back.
anymore
Because
because this is
this
not the
doesn't make any
first time
sense.
that that is happening in this period. I just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, also just Egypt has Morocco has also now said that there's not going to be alcohol in the stadium for people that are going to watch AFCON. There's
Why
no
now?
alcohol.
See,
there's no animals. They have a whole list
Okay,
of things.
animal.
So
fine.
the thing about it is that it's their country. This is how they want to run it. But they should also realize that it's our cup. You get, and even in countries that are stricter than your own, people were allowed, to something,
So enjoy their time.
Yeah, it's not fair.
I can agree with the animals, but alcohol.
Yeah, why animals in the first place?
There are people that take it. There's always people that take it to an extreme.
Yeah, but you know how to deal with them now.
Yeah,
it's just not fair. It's a disenfranchisement of the internal.
Okay, so before we go on,
organs
let's
of
go.
the
Let's move on from that.
people who drink.
Anyway,
beer.
I wanted to also let's have a little bit of conversation of a Nigerian TikToker,
please.
Mr. Pella, who's said to be hospitalized now after being involved in a car crash. However, let me give you a bit of background of the so-called car crash, because in my head it's
really so-called.
It's so-called because
really so-called.
He went live, and according to him, he was, I think, his popular girlfriend seemed to have broken up with him
again,
and he went on a rampage, and he says, "Oh, he's gonna kill himself." No. However, I saw that video. I saw a few videos, and I don't think the man wants to die, because if he really wants to die,
if you don't,
just go to Third Mainland and just drive out.
Please don't go to Third Mainland, because the problem with Third Mainland is that you see those railings are very expensive.
Okay, the one that some of them are already broken on Kara Bridge, so you can just make use of that
Kara
one.
Bridge is the best place to
The
do
water
that.
is a lot.
Please, please,
The water is a
please
lot.
don't do.
Place.
If you are going to do Kara, please do it like
In the middle of the night.
weekend.
So that
Around
Weekend night is even the best time.
Night.
Don't worry.
no,
so that by morning they help you
So
pack
the-
yourself.
they
They
won't
pack
pack
you.
If it's
there will be nothing to pack.
so if it's going off the bridge,
No, if
he
it
has to
goes
go
off,
Yeah.
no, if it goes off, so that when his car floats now,
Uh-huh.
they will see it
No, it
in
won't
the
float.
morning.
They won't see
But
it.
if
will be
it's in during the day, they might quickly want to catch you, because
Night.
really and truly, night
So,
is good.
2 a.m., 2, 3.
Yeah.
Perfect time.
There are other ways. Just
Uh-huh.
Google it. You see,
it's really easy.
a few years
Can
ago,
we talk about how manipulative
a few
that
years
is?
ago, Pella didn't exist. In fact, for me, till this year, I didn't know what a Pella was until we started saying him. And I'm really happy that out of nothing, he made something for himself, made a
Yeah.
big name for
Oh,
himself.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is a guy that some brands even pay to say, okay, come and cover our words
Oh, yeah.
and blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's happening with Kai Senat and all the other guys in America who are
Yeah.
big TikTokers and all of that. Look at what Mr. Beast is doing with his wealth and fame and all of that. There's a whole lot of them. But Pella is the biggest TikToker in Nigeria, arguably in Africa.
Yeah.
And look at what he's doing.
moving mad.
They say he's a young. He's not. It's not a baby. He's not 16. He's not 17. Do you understand? But I get the part where heartbreak can make you do things. But
can.
yes, it can. It can. People have experienced it, and it can lead them to stuff. But again, you actually made a video preemptively, and there's a law in Nigeria against. The sad thing is, we want this law repealed, though. But there's a law against suicide, though. It's a crime, oh.
Okay, so are we saying
crime.
that? Are we saying
So
that
he made a
she
video.
committed a crime in saying, okay, this
No,
is not
him.
working?
Him.
My
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
my question is,
she said, I'm
do you
not
think
doing
this
it
is
again.
true?
No, I think
It's actually
it's
true.
I think it's true, because not the first time they've had this kind of altercations. The truth is, I think she's about 4 years older than he is. And I've seen a couple of their videos, which they seem to be quite toxic.
They are.
However, if a lady in her early 20s realizes this thing is not working, yes, you might feel heartbreak, that you might feel like that, but I think that it is the height of manipulation and the height of narcissism
To say that
for
you
you
are going
to tell
want
me
to
that
kill yourself.
because I'm breaking up with
You
you,
want to
Look,
buy-
you want to kill yourself. You
Hey,
are
what is
manipulating.
this?
As
So
a-
she'll now run and say, don't
As a
kill
man.
yourself again.
As a man,
What's
as
that?
a man, I'm telling you, if you have not experienced it, you will experience it. Your heartbreak will come.
Mr. Oshola, I think
Wow.
I'm bit like most of us.
I'm saying that if you have not been there, you will be there.
Yeah.
It's better you go when you are younger, like some of us did, and it actually made us stronger. It made us look, now so it be. Don't worry.
Because you have to be moving
But
mad.
but this is him, he's made a whole
and
lot
then
of
eventually,
money.
he saw what
He made a
I
video.
hit one.
He made a video and said that he's going to be doing things that will kill him.
Yeah.
That he made a video the day before. Then eventually the next day he even gave a time, 12 o'clock, this one, and he was streaming.
I think
Then he deliberately runs into one of those median
He just ran
signs on
into
this is why.
and that's
I
where the
think-
problem lies. The airbag popped out and everything. New car. But you see what he should have done. Not him, for educational purposes. There are some roads that are coastal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that one. They won't even see it. Just.
Do you understand?
view.
But please don't
Just
try
turn
this at
right.
home.
Just turn right.
Suicide is bad and all of that.
I
But
think
when you have so much money and you know nothing to do about it,
Nonsense.
think of the motherless babies. They need help all the time. And I know that this guy has a family. He has his parents. They are alive. But
You have love at home.
I've seen a video where he's talked about how he's cut himself off from a lot of people. Maybe these are some of the problems that he has, you know. But
Anyway, let's
anybody
keep
that knows him, tell him that suicide has never been an option. So even making a spectacle of suicide is also wrong.
It's actually wrong. It is
It's
he
wrong.
also
has a
wrong.
lot of impressionable fans. on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Too many of them.
It's
Too many.
Very, very.
Too many of them.
Anyway, on that note, that is all we have to take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please, anybody that feels
Welcome back.
like you feel that you will just wash your face. It's
If
going
you want to
be
do a
fine.
pillar, come to Kara
Ah.
Bridge.
No, don't listen to them.
Don't do.
And especially if the car is new, don't use it.
Did
Oh
you
my
even see
God.
the crash?
Good
It
back.
wasn't even a
It
crash.
wasn't a crash. The
It
guy
was
just
just
wanted
the
he was
bumper.
just-
No.
The
He
bumper
was
removed.
just
No.
feeling himself.
I'm just saying that
Hey, God.
some people need cars.
Anyway,
Oh,
on that note,
There are things that you
bye.
can do, but don't do it.